Hi guys, it is Ainsley. I've decided to start doing some pregnancy vlogs just for the end of my pregnancy because I came across my old ones that I did with Ivy and I started doing them and I had all intentions of continuing to do them until I had a baby and became a mother for the first time. And I guess it just wasn't a priority at the time and I kind of completely forgot about doing them at all in the first place. But I love looking back at them and I love seeing the differences and seeing how I was feeling then, and you honestly forget a lot of this stuff. A lot of the time I'll like complain about something and I'm like, this never happened with Ivy, and my husband will be like, yeah it did, and I completely forget that that even was a symptom or a sign. Like, it just, you forget. So I love that I have those videos even if they were only for a few weeks with Ivy, so I decided to do a few for this pregnancy as well. The funny thing is that last time I started around 36 weeks was when I started them. So I am currently 36 weeks and 4 days or 3 days, somewhere around there. And as you can tell, I'm super out of breath just from talking. There's a symptom. I do like the stairs and I am so out of breath. It is insane. Other symptoms that I'm having just currently, I'm not going to go back to the beginning because it's kind of just the usual tired, sick for the beginning, but I didn't get sick throughout the whole pregnancy, just in the beginning. So I won't go through all those, but currently I am having a lot of pain. Last time, again, I don't remember being in this much pain. Like, we would go for walks and marathons basically just to get this baby to come out and drop low, and there's no way, like, if this baby doesn't want to come out this time, I don't think there's much I can do to get it to come out, because going for a walk right now just sounds like a terrible idea. Even grocery shopping, I'll come home from grocery shopping and my hips and my pelvis, it feels broken. There's like a word for whatever it's called, I don't know, but there's a word for it and it hurts. And my doctor explained to me that sometimes it doesn't go away until a few weeks after the baby is born, so I'm really hoping that it heals up nice and quick because it is painful. I'm actually not sure if it makes labor more painful. I'm really hoping it doesn't, but it hurts right now, so let's pray it doesn't make labor any more painful than it already was last time. So that's one of the symptoms. I've been having a ton of Braxton Hicks contractions this time, which I also had last time, but these ones are just stronger. They're just a lot tighter. They take my breath away. Like, they make me stop and kind of breathe through them quickly. They're not excruciating by any means. They're not terrible. They're nothing that makes me think like I'm going into labor this second, but they're tight, and because the baby is so low, I think they hurt a lot more than they did with Ivy. Another thing is I've been having on and off, it's not every time that I have the Braxton Hicks, but on and off with the Braxton Hicks, I've been having like a low period cramping. It literally feels exactly like you do when your period's about to come, that like heavy cramping. And a few times it has made me a little worried. I've started counting contractions just to be sure, but they do come quite regularly sometimes, and they come to like to a T, like every 5 minutes or every 3 minutes for a while, for like 2 hours, and then they'll just disappear. So I feel like I'll know when I'm in labor this time, because I knew last time, like, I was 100%. That night it was just something different. I just knew that I was in labor. And it wasn't till like 8 o'clock in the morning. It started at 11 o'clock at night, and it wasn't till about 8 o'clock in the morning that I was like, okay, we should probably go and get checked out. But it ended up being a long time after that too, before Ivy made her arrival. So I'm not too concerned this time. I do think baby will probably come early. Ivy was 3 days early. So I do think it's going to come early because I am very low. It is already engaged and everything. So Doc thinks it's coming early too, so we will wait and see. She's actually going away from the 22nd, so I'm praying the baby comes before she goes, because she is my absolute favorite doctor in the whole wide world, and I don't know how I will do it without her. Other symptoms I've been having is heartburn. I had it with Ivy too, and they say your baby comes out with more hair. when you have heartburn, and Ivy was bald until she was like 1, so I'm not thinking that's the truth. But this one's been bad as well. I don't know if it's worse or better than it was with Ivy. I remember being really, really bad with Ivy, so I don't think it's as bad, but it's not fun. It's not fun at all. I try to avoid foods that give me heartburn, but at this point, all the foods that give me heartburn are the foods that I want. So that's kind of tough. Cravings this time, it hasn't been anything like drastic throughout the entire pregnancy. It's more like just things here and there. I'm like, that sounds good. We should go get that. Lemonade's another one this time. I wanted lemonade with Ivy pink lemonade, preferably, really bad. And this time I want the raspberry passion tea lemonades from Starbucks. I think about them all the time. Chocolate is another one. I want chocolate all the time. But nothing that really stands out to me. With Ivy, there was a few mustard. I loved mustard, and that is like the weirdest craving I think to have, but I could have just ate it plain. Like, it was delicious to me, and I'm not like a huge mustard person in the first place, but mustard sounded really good to me when I was pregnant with Ivy, and garlic bread was a no-no. Like, I could smell it, and I thought I was just going to throw up immediately with Ivy, but this one I haven't really had any aversions, really. Like, meat doesn't sound awesome to me. I'm not like, yay, chicken, but I'll eat it, but it doesn't make me like want to throw up or anything. But like a huge meal just doesn't sound very good to me when it's like a supper type meal. Other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There hasn't been a whole lot this time. My skin was terrible in the beginning with this pregnancy. It got better for a while, and now it's getting bad again. There's like some breakouts here and there. But with Ivy, my skin had like never been better. I was so excited because my skin just felt good. My hair was like thick and wonderful. My hair this time, not thick and wonderful. Definitely not thick and wonderful. And I'm dreading the like postpartum baldness that is about to come my way. But that's a little different from last time to this time. Other than that, there hasn't been a whole lot of symptoms recently. Like, the pain is probably the worst of it. I could get through this whole pregnancy if I wasn't having pain. And it's funny because I remember being fairly miserable being pregnant with Ivy. Don't get me wrong, I loved having her in my belly. I loved the kicks, I loved the movement. But I wasn't one of those people that just loved pregnancy. And it seemed so easy now. Like, looking back at it, I'm like, that was like the easiest pregnancy. Like, why did I hate that? This one's hard. But I think I just forget how hard it was. You think of all the good parts and not so much the bad parts, which is awesome because pregnancy is an absolute blessing, and I'm so thankful to have this little bun in here. It moves a lot. It's the same as Ivy, literally the exact same position all the time as Ivy was too. It's always under my right ribs constantly. I do think it has dropped though because it hasn't been up there as much recently, but it moves all the time, and I feel like at this point it should be more like rolls than kicks, because I remember Ivy like lost room and it was to the point where it wasn't as much kicks as it was rolling. But this baby, like, full out, it's doing a little dance right now, it full out jabs me and they hurt really bad. But I still love the kicks. I love the movement. I love videotaping the movement just so I can remember it, because this will probably be one of our last babies. It will probably be the last baby. So I want to remember all this. I want to remember what it feels like. I want to remember what it feels like when the baby's kicking and rolling and moving and hiccuping, and it's pretty wild. So I hope I can remember everything, and that's what these videos are for, to help me remember these things. I feel a little bad because this baby kind of got the shaft, which most of the time second babies do. Like, I didn't get maternity pictures this time. Like, we took pictures of me pregnant, obviously, but not professionally done or anything. Sitting in this nursery right now is pretty funny because it's kind of a disaster at the moment, but it's mostly because we have like all the baby stuff that we're not going to use. Well, we're not using right now. We have the car seat in here. We've got the vibrating chair in here. So there's a lot of things we're just not bringing out yet, so it kind of looks a little messier than it will be. My hospital bags are in here, but it's mostly ready. My husband built some shelves to go up here today, so I'm excited to get those up. I'm just waiting for a couple more things to arrive and get organized, but I did recently purchase a first year baby book for this baby. I just got it at Chapters or Kohl's or whatever it's called, and I'm pretty excited for that because it's a super cute book. Maybe I'll show it to you guys in one of the other vlogs, but I wanted to get one of those mushy books that everybody gets and they're so amazing and everybody loves them, but I am just one of those people that I like need like immediate satisfaction, so I need to go and buy it and have it like in my hands right there. So I think this book will be cute. It's a cute little first year book because I didn't do a pregnancy book with this baby and I did with Ivy, but I didn't do a first year book with Ivy, so at least this baby will look at that. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I think the baby is a girl. We did not find out this time and I'm so excited. Brian thinks it's a girl as well. Mostly everybody else on the planet thinks it is a boy, so we will wait and see. I've got a lot of boy clothes given to me, so we will have to wait and see if it's a boy because some people might be disappointed when it's not. But either way, we're happy. Like if it's a boy or if it's a girl, we are beyond excited. If it's a girl, it's awesome because Ivy gets a sister and I have sisters and I know girls. I can do girls. So that would be awesome, but boy is like all new to me and would be amazing too because it seems so different, like having a nephew and just seeing the difference between boys and girls. It's like miles apart, so I think it'd be so cool to experience a boy and having a son and have Ryan to have a son and sports and hockey and all that fun stuff. So we will wait and see. Other than that, I can try and show you my belly, which is weird because my camera is literally hanging off my baby bag right now to try and set it up so we can do this. So I'm not sure how I'm going to show you, but we'll work with it. We'll see what we can do. Okay. So this shirt's not the easiest either. There's the belly. I will show it from there. And from the front, whew, that thing looks huge on camera. Wow. There's it from the front. And back to the side. It's gotten a lot lower recently. As you can kind of tell, it used to be a lot higher up here, but now it's more down low. So we will wait and see. Whew. And I will keep you guys as updated as I can. I will try to do these videos every week, and I will try to even keep you updated after baby comes and about the labor and all that jazz, and we'll see how it goes. We'll go day by day. Obviously I have no idea what it's going to be like with 2 kids. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be pretty hard, so I'll do my best to see what I can do. And I hope you guys like the videos. I'm excited to have them just for myself, but if you guys like them too, that's just an extra bonus. So I will keep you updated. Thanks, guys.